All right? Any questions about that? All right, so the Chan name stands for, has many translations. It's from Sanskrit. And one meaning I'd like to talk about today is Chan means Jing Xiu. The Chinese is Jing Xiu. Tiếng Hoa thiền na là dịch ra có nghĩa là từ tiếng Phạn ra có nghĩa là tĩnh, tịch tỉnh, tĩnh tu. Okay, Jing Xiu meaning English. It has, even the Chinese has many meanings. It's quietude, cultivation. Okay, it's a practice that will quiet your mind. You learn to quiet your mind. Cái tĩnh tu có nghĩa là quý vị tập cái phương pháp để lắng cái tâm xuống. You learn to allow your mind to quiet itself down, so that because your mind is always busy thinking, and you learn the technique, the practice, train your mind so that you can allow it to stop thinking. That's what Chan is about, ultimately. If you practice Chan all the way, you will be able to completely stop your thinking at will. Okay, right now you cannot. None of you can right now. Am I correct? You tell yourself, stop thinking, can you? You can't. It won't listen to you. It says, yes, I like you, but not that much. Okay? Cái thiền là tĩnh tu là giúp quý vị phát triển khả năng để ngừng suy nghĩ. Cái tâm nó ngừng lại, ngừng suy nghĩ. Tại sao nó quan trọng? Quan trọng là tại vì cái tâm quý vị hiện bây giờ tất cả quý vị không ai có thể ngừng được. Cái thiền, cái tĩnh tu này là áp dụng cái phương pháp để giúp quý vị có thể hoàn toàn ngừng suy nghĩ. Okay, wouldn't it be nice? That is what's considered in Chan total control. You have total control over your mind, which right now you don't. And cái đó là cái sự tự chủ chân chính. Mình tự chủ được cái tư tưởng của mình. Okay, so the Jing Xiu in Chinese, so first of all, let me explain to you how we cultivate by the Chan, by explaining the meaning of these words, because the words are chosen by the enlightened Chan teachers, those people who understand Chan already. They decided to translate using these words for a reason. Những cái vị tổ sư, thiền sư đời trước mà người ta dịch dụng các ngài dịch ra cái danh từ tiếng Phạn ra tiếng Hoa dùng chữ tĩnh tu này có một cái dụng ý. So the first meaning of the word stillness cultivation, that's called stillness cultivation, is that it is unmoving. You don't move your body. First thing you learn to do when you meditate is not to move your body. Okay? Cái đầu tiên quý vị tập thiền là đừng có đụng đẩy cái cơ thể. When you don't move your body, okay, then you're preserving all your energies. Don't think of it as lack of movement. I look at it as coiling up like a spring. You coil up so that when you need to react, your reaction is a lot faster because you coiled up. You see that? It puts you physically in a superior condition to respond more quickly physically. Cái tĩnh có nghĩa là không có đụng đẩy. Cái việc đầu tiên cái vị tu thiền luyện thiền là đừng có đụng đẩy. Ngồi thiền đừng đụng đẩy cơ thể. Okay? Không đụng đẩy thiệt ra có nghĩa là nó co lại. Khi quý vị co lại như vậy là tất cả những cái năng lực quý vị nó tụ lại. Là khi mình cần phản ứng thì phản ứng mình nó lẹ hơn nhiều. Okay? For example, if you will look at the boxers, when you have the two boxers, usually quite often you see one boxer dancing around the other boxer. The other boxer just turned like this. You've seen those things? Anyone ever watch boxing match? Yes? Yes, we go into boxing too, by the way. Chan is not about boxing. So you see one boxer stands in the middle of the ring. The other guy dances around, okay? And the one in the center simply turns. So which one is spending more energy, you think? Clearly, okay? So the guy who's using less movement has more energy to last longer during the round as well. It's a long haul as well, right? Not only that, he reacts a lot faster as well, okay? If you coil up, if you reduce your movement, you have a lot more energy, okay, to react when you need to react, okay? So that's the advantage. So you learn not to move as much, not to use as much movement. Only move when necessary, okay? Now, so that's why when you meditate, the first thing you learn to do again is keep your body still. Don't move anymore, okay? Don't stretch your nose, okay? Don't lean forward, don't lean back. Don't shift your thing when it's feel uncomfortable. I've seen this often, okay? Or you go to our Chan Chi and we sit for a long, long time all day for 14 hours, 16 hours. You see people leaning back because the butt begins to hurt, becomes numb. And now they lean back and push yourself. You see, all those things, it's physical movement. You don't want to do that. So when you meditate, don't move your arm, don't move your legs, don't do anything. So reduce your physical movement, okay? So that to the point where now you become aware that you have physical movements that are not necessary. It's a nervousness, it's a worry, it's anxiety, okay? All right, so the first thing about Chan practice is don't move. Even when the legs hurt, even though when it feels uncomfortable, don't shift, okay? Why? Because it helps you build patience, okay? Because when it's a little bit numb, a little bit uncomfortable, and you bear it, it's a good thing. Trust me. Okay? All right, any questions about that? So physically, don't move. Okay? Number two, don't make any noises. That's what the quietude, cultivation means. Don't make a sound. Okay? When you move, when a room is quiet, when you move, there's your clothing makes noise. Okay? But not only that, people tend to breathe too heavily. It's not necessary. Okay? Or when their legs hurt a little bit, in particular the ladies, they tend to, they go like that. Okay? That's making sounds. Okay? Don't do that. Okay? Bear it. Don't move, don't make any sound. Okay? We didn't tell you that, huh? It's about time we tell you. Okay? All right. So you don't make any sound. Okay? Why? Because if you are able to not move physically, okay, and not make any sound, what's the next natural thing's going to happen? Then you begin to see how your mind is so noisy. Because if you're moving physically, you're moving. Why are you moving? Because your mind is telling you to move. You see that? You're cutting it off. You are nullifying the fact that that your mind tells you shift. And if you don't move, I mean, the mind, you don't listen. You don't listen to your mind telling you to move. Okay? So quieting your mind involves learning not to act upon your thoughts. Is it clear? The practice is very realistic. You're learning these things because it's not theory. Okay, you need to know what to do in order to quiet your mind. Everything leads to quieting your mind ultimately. Okay, and there's no way for you to quiet your mind. You keep moving like this and shifting and moving forward, leaning back, and complaining. Oh my God, what am I doing? What am I doing here? Okay, you see that? So learn to sit still. Okay, learn to sit still and not move. In particular, don't listen to the noises that your mind is making. All right? Because it says, let's quit. This, it's not comfortable. Let's shift. Let's move. Okay? Don't listen to it. Because if you listen to it, then it keeps on complaining. If you don't listen to it, it will quiet down. So point number 3, in order to quiet your mind, all you have to do is not to listen to all those thoughts. Don't act upon those thoughts. Make sense or not? Any questions? You see, the funny thing is that when I first learned meditation, because it intrigued me 20 years ago, no one ever taught me these things. These are the fundamentals of meditation. You do it long enough, you have to go through these phases where you learn, okay? You learn not to listen to your thoughts because it complains constantly. Am I correct? Sound familiar? It says, I don't like it. Why is it so long? Why is it so uncomfortable? I'm hungry. I'm cold. Oh, by the way, you go to our temple, be careful. Dress warmly because we tend to like it cold. Because when you're cold, you naturally stay inside yourself to keep yourself warm. You see, if your mind is looking outside like that, okay, you're looking at the flower here, then your attention is outside. That means that the cold is able to enter your body. Okay, no one is home. You pay attention to outside your body, then the cold comes in. So our practice is very simple. We keep it cold in the temple. We don't turn on the heater usually. And when I was 20 years ago when I first started, I was at the city 10,000 Buddhas in Ukiah, Northern California, 2 hours north of San Francisco on 101. And in the morning, we have a morning ceremony at 4 in the morning. And around this time of the year, around January, no, this is March already. In January, February, it's around high 30s and low 40s. And it's pretty cold. And we at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, we will get started reciting a morning ceremony. And I made it a point to walk around barefooted. Why? Because you have to walk on a cold floor, cold and freezing floor. So if you don't pay attention, the cold will enter through your feet, the plant in your feet, and you'll get pneumonia. Okay, so so the cold is what in the temples is typically used to train ourselves to increase what we call our mindfulness. Okay, so that's why when you come to the temple, please be careful, dress warmly, because I came to my temple, once, to my master's temple in Long Beach once. I talked to the monk there for 2 hours, and afterwards I got sick for 2 weeks. I still remember that. So please be careful, all right? Where were we? We talked about quieting your mind. How do you quiet your mind? Okay, what is the principle behind quieting your mind? It's very practical. Is you quiet your mind by not adding noises to it. Your mind naturally makes noises. Okay, it thinks of east, of the west, it thinks of lunch, it thinks of food, it thinks of things it likes. That's what it does. That's what you do. And meditation is when you sit down and you meditate, you're supposed to quiet your mind. So what do? Those thoughts come, don't add to it. That's all. Don't add to them. You just sit there and meditate, and you're supposed, let's say, to just pay attention to your breathing or your navel, as we like to teach you, or maybe the Buddha's name, recite a mantra if you follow the Tibetans, or the Chinese Pure Land, they recite the Buddha's name, and so on. Or some Theravadins would teach you to be mindful of, or to think of the tip of your nose, and so on. And so your mind's supposed to be occupied with something, and the thoughts intervene, thoughts arise. All you have to do is not to follow them. Continue to think about what you're supposed to be thinking. It's called the meditation topic. Okay, so meditation is about you concentrating on the topic of meditation, of what you're supposed to do, to be doing. And when these thoughts arise, don't react to them. Okay, let them arise and let them die by themselves. That's how you quiet your mind. Okay? Any questions about that? So it is a training process where if you sit and meditate long enough, naturally, your mind will quiet down. Okay? And what I just did is I explained to you the process, the natural process. If you follow, you pay attention to these points, then your mind quiets down a lot quicker. I had to do it for 10 years before I understand how it quiets down. So in Chan, we have a saying, you sit long enough, you attain Chan for that reason. Because you sit long enough, all those things naturally happen. Okay? Now, because time is money, time is precious to you. So my job is to help you understand the process so that it will help you get there a lot quicker than you don't have to go through the hassle and the struggle I had to go through when I first started. Okay? Any questions? Okay. So you have here, Chan is first of all non-movement of the body, first of all. Okay. Don't make any noise is non-movement of, make sure you don't create any sounds, okay? Non-movement of the mind, okay? So far, so good? Okay. If you do that, okay, the other meaning of the stillness cultivation is that you're not disturbed. This is very important. What does it mean? It means that you don't dwell on your afflictions. Okay? It means that this is important. Right now, it's not clear to you yet, but the meditation will calm you down. I met with a couple of bank tellers when I go to my bank. And they told me, oh, what do you do? I said, I'm a monk. I said, what do you do then? I said, I teach meditation. I said, oh, yeah? I just picked up meditation. And my bank teller, she says that I just got into an accident. And she goes to a meditation class in Hermosa Beach. And she said, I got into an accident. I walked away. I was not even afflicted. I was totally at peace. Okay? The bad event didn't bother her. So this is the point number 4. It brings you peace. Okay? Give you peace of mind. Because no matter what happens, you are even keeled. You're not afflicted by the external environment. Okay? That's the natural effect of Chan. You practice meditation every day. It calms you down. Okay? Brings you on peace. Okay? Any questions? Okay? And one more aspect of quietude cultivation, stillness cultivation, is purity. The quietude, the Jing, the Chinese character Jing, okay, it means purity. Okay? You purify your mind. Okay? So what it means to you is that when you practice Chan, this practice here will purify your mind of its negativity, of its defilements. How is that? Because, I'll give you a case in point. Life can be very overwhelming for almost all of us. Okay? We're so stressed out. We have so much work to do. We have so much external pressure. Okay? And naturally, it gets to you. You're stressed out. Okay? Your breathing gets shallower. You breathe down to your chest instead of breathing naturally all the way to your tummy. If you practice meditation, naturally your breath gets deeper. You breathe all the way down your tummy naturally, without even thinking about it. But when you're stressed out, you breathe shallow. Your breathing is shallow. It stops around here. Okay, and so it's a physical thing. Now, so naturally, it affects your mind because you don't have enough oxygen in your brains, and the more negative thinking arise. Okay, if you practice meditation and long enough, and you have some meditation skills, you naturally breathe deeper and more normally, even when you're under stress. In particular, if you have meditation skills, when you are stressed out, that's when you concentrate your breathing to make sure you get enough oxygen to feed your brains. Okay? If your brains have enough oxygen, it is less likely to produce negative thinking. and it tends to be clearer. Okay? Any questions? Yes.
When I get stressed out, I find that I've developed a habit of deep sighing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, can you stop that?
No, it's a good thing. Deep sighing forces you to breathe deeper, brings in more oxygen to your system. Okay? The one thing you should watch out for is when you feel stressed out. I want you, next time that you feel stressed out, pay attention to how shallow your breathing becomes. That's when you say, uh-oh, this is a danger. Okay? You're in danger. You have to constantly your breathing. So the deep sighing is a natural response for you. It's a good habit, by the way, to do that, because it will prolong your breathing, and then you reduce your stress level. But if you understand the meditation, if you instead of sighing, because sighing brings on a little bit negativity, okay, you should concentrate in your breathing. Focus in your breathing. Breathe in more slowly. Count to 10. My trick is I count to 10 slowly. Okay. 1, 2, and you breathe in all the way down to your tummy. Okay. Hold it for a couple seconds. This is kind of crude, but that's what I used to do. And then exhale slowly as well. You do it about 3 breaths, you restore about 70–80% of your faculties, your normal faculties. Just do it 3 times. That's all you have to do. Okay? This is very important, because if you don't do that, it only gets worse. You don't pay attention when you're stressed out. You're suffocating yourself by depriving your system of oxygen. And your body tenses up, physically it tenses up, it kills you. You know, physically, for example, behind your shoulders, right here, around your shoulder blades, I think I'll show you. It tightens up. It ties up, knots ties up here. So when you go to the masseuse, they will discover that around here is when it ties up. You have knots here, because your chi is blocked right here. That's why now your hand movements are restricted. It's not as nimble as before. Okay. All these things are physical things that will manifest, that will make you get you physically unwell, unhealthy. Okay. If you allow the chi to continue to get blocked in your shoulders here, okay, then you can develop things like your carpal tunnel syndromes, and you have problems with your hands, your arms. Okay. All right. Any questions? Okay. So basically, there are five qualities of the stillness cultivation, which ends up in behavior. Okay. Number 6 is that you become calmer in behaviors. You're not impressed, are you, with Chan? Okay. Any questions? So that's why the Chan is very useful to you. So you should practice it regularly. We recommend you practice daily. Okay. Because if you ask me personally, I'm biased, of course, I feel that is one of the important skills for your own survival and well-being. Okay? You think about it. Everything about your life starts with the mind. If you don't find a way to train your mind and and um, and let it be its best, uh, especially give it rest, allow it to rest when it's when possible, well, as often as possible, then your mind is clear, and as a natural consequence is that your body is healthier. You see, a healthy mind will produce a healthy body. And this is the difference between the Chan meditation and, let's say, physical exercise. The physical exercise, you go to the gym, you exercise your body. What for? You go from the opposite route, where you work on your body, because then by working your body, you allow your mind to rest. Right? That's what happens in a gym. Because you go there, you have a weight going down upon you, and you don't pay attention to that, you don't concentrate on that, you're going to be in trouble. So right there is concentration. You're training concentration through the physical thing. But in the process of these, in the process of exercising at the gym, your mind gets to rest. That's what happens. That's why you become healthier. Because not only because the blood circulates better, but actually it's associated with your mind being getting some rest at the gym. Okay? Meditation has a similar effect, if you ask me, probably better effect, because your mind actually is resting more. Okay? All right, that's all I have. You're so excited. I don't know what else to tell you to get you excited. Any questions? Okay, you have no questions, then we can end it here and go to lunch. Yes? Everyone's nodding their head. Okay. All right, let's do it then.